Welcome students. Under algebra number theory, we are in unit 2, finite fields and polynomials. Under that, we are in the first lecture where we'll see what is a polynomial and the introduction and few definitions. Let's get on to the presentation. So before getting on to the presentation, let's have the overview of the PPT. So first, let's have the basic understanding of what is a polynomial is and what are the applications and few definitions to be discussed. So the basic understanding of a polynomial. What is a polynomial? You would have already seen a polynomial in your lower classes. It's a very familiar thing to you. An algebraic equation, right? Okay. So a polynomial is an expression that contains different powers of the same variable with operations such as addition, subtraction and multiplication. So I had given you two examples. The first example is x raised to the power of 6 plus x raised to the power of 3 minus 5, and the second example is x minus 9. Now when I observe the first equation, I see that in two places I have the variables x with different powers I am having, and both the powers are positive, right? And I can have coefficient for that also. Even x raised to the power of 2000 or 3000 also can be brought into that equation. But remember, all the variables which you are using should be the same variable, right? Now, how to define a polynomial mathematically? So, a polynomial in general, if I'm going to define, it can be defined as f of x is equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus so on an x power n over the ring capital R. Here, the degree of f of x is n. Now, what is degree now? Degree of a polynomial is the highest power of the variable. Now, can you tell me the degree of the equation first example? What is the highest power? 3 is there, 6 is there. So, I will choose only 6. So, the degree of this first equation is 6. Now, let me move on to the second example. X minus 9 is given. So, what is the degree of this equation? The degree of this equation is 1. Clear? Right. Now you understood what is a polynomial is. Now you should know the concept of what is not a polynomial. When I cannot call an equation or an expression as a polynomial. The variables, the power of the variable should not contain negative and square roots. That's very particular because you should not have negative powers minus 3, minus 5, minus 10 or whatever it may be, and square roots also. Okay. So you can have only positive powers, right? Is that clear? Now, where are the polynomials applied, or where do I find the applications of polynomials? There are various fields where we use polynomials. Generally, wherever we want to describe a curve equation, then we use polynomials. So, on the image shows a roller coaster. So, roller coaster is obviously in form of a curve. So there, while designing the roller coaster, the equations they would have used was definitely polynomials. And also in cost analysis and economics, and also scientific formulae applied by astronomers, chemists and physicists, there also we find the applications of polynomials. Now let's get on to the kinds of polynomials. We have different kinds of polynomials. Let's start one by one. If an is not equal to 0, where the 0 element of R, then an is called the leading coefficient of f of x. Clear? That is, an is what? The coefficient of the highest degree term. Right? So that should not be equal to 0. So for example, you can say, what is the degree of a polynomial? The highest degree term, that is the highest power. So highest power, what is the highest power? For example, if I have x power 6 or x power 7 or x power 2000 or whatever it may be, what is the coefficient of it? That coefficient will be called as the leading coefficient. Clear? Right. So in the next slide we'll be having, if the leading coefficient is 1, then I can call that particular polynomial as a monic polynomial. Okay, we'll discuss it later. Now, second category. A polynomial which has no degree is called a zero polynomial. That is, all coefficients are zero. Third category. A polynomial of the form f of x is equal to a naught. That is only the constant, no variable is here, where a naught is a constant and it's said to be a constant polynomial. That is, the degree of a non-zero constant polynomial is 0 because there is no x here. If at all, if I want to write x, I will write x to raised to the power 0. So the degree of the polynomial is 0. Obvious. Next, as mentioned earlier, I have already introduced the term monic polynomial. So what is monic polynomial? You should know what is the leading coefficient. What is the leading coefficient? The leading coefficient is the coefficient of the highest degree term. And if the highest degree term coefficient is 1, then I can call the particular polynomial as monic polynomial. So just look at the example given here. X raised to the power 7 plus 4x cube plus x is there, right? Which is the highest degree term? X raised to the power 7 is the highest degree term, right? So the degree of the polynomial is 7. Now, I'm observing that the coefficient of the highest degree term is 1 here. So automatically the leading coefficient is 1. Therefore, this polynomial will be named as monic polynomial. Right. Now, next definition. What are equal polynomials? When do I call two polynomials to be equal? Let me consider two polynomials, f of x and g of x, with different coefficients. A0, a1, a2, x square, and so on, a n x power n. And g of x is b0 plus b1x plus b2x square, and so on, bn x power n, are called equal polynomials if f of x is equal to g of x, if m is equal to n, and ai is equal to bi, for all I is equal to starting from 0 to n. So, both the degree should be equal and also the coefficient should be equal, then they are said to be equal polynomials. Next, root of a polynomial. An element a which belongs to R is called the root of f of x if it satisfies that particular equation, which means that if I substitute that particular value, okay, maybe some numbers or whatever it is, I'm going to substitute a particular value in that polynomial, and if the answer is 0, then I call that particular element is the root of the polynomial. Next, we are having two theorems here. So the first theorem, if R is an integral domain, then degree of f of x into g of x is equal to degree of f of x plus degree of g of x. Now in the previous unit you would have seen what is an integral domain is. An integral domain is an R with a commutative ring with identity and without zero divisors, right? So what are zero divisors? When you take two numbers and you say both the numbers are non-zero but the product is 0, then it is called as zero divisors. But here in integral domain, they are clearly saying without zero divisors, which means a is not equal to 0, b is also not equal to 0, the product is also not equal to 0. So let f of x is equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square and so on, a n x power n, where a n is not equal to 0. Therefore, the degree of f of x is n here. Let me choose another polynomial g of x with the different coefficients and with a different degree m, which is also bm is not also not equal to 0. What is an and bn? Another name, leading coefficients. Now, since R is an integral domain, we see that am product bm is not equal to 0. Now, how do I define the product of f of x and g of x? I name it in a different types of coefficients. C0 plus C1x plus C2x square plus so on, Cn plus m, x raised to the power n plus m, where Cn plus m is equal to an into bm, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, the degree of f of x into g of x is equal to n plus m, which is equal to degree of f of x plus degree of g of x. Hence the theorem. Now the next theorem. If R is a ring and f of x and g of x are non-zero polynomials, then either f of x dot g of x is equal to 0 or degree of f of x into g of x is less than or equal to degree of f of x plus degree of g of x. So how do I prove this? So I usually take the product, right? I take the product f of x g of x as c0 plus c1x plus c2x square and so on. I take a different path, cs x bar s. If ci is equal to 0 for all I, then f of x, g of x is equal to 0. It's obvious, right? If all the ci's are 0, I can just simply write it as f of x and g of x is equal to 0. Otherwise, it is not equal to 0, it can be either of this case. an bm is equal to 0. Then the degree of f of x into g of x is less than the degree of f of x plus g of x. If an bm is not equal to 0, then the degree of f of x g of x is equal to degree of f of x plus degree of g of x. Therefore, combining these two, I can say degree of f of x into g of x is less than or equal to degree of f of x plus degree of g of x. Hope you understood this. Thanks for watching. We'll continue in the next lecture.